Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Timothy Adon, composer by day, gamer by night. Today, I'm going to talk to you about music education and general knowledge and practical knowledge, and the sources from which you can get them. So, brief history of myself. When I finally decided that I wanted to write music for video games, I went online and I did a lot of searching to figure out what would be the best course of action, and I eventually ended up deciding that taking online courses at the Berklee College of Music was a great start, because then I could at least say I had an education to back up my knowledge, because college in this modern day and age is unfortunately rather important. But college is not the only source of knowledge that you can learn from, and it certainly should not be the only source of knowledge that you learn from. There are plenty of other things that you can learn from that I'll be talking about today, one of which is the home recording forums, YouTube, books, magazines, and then various different colleges. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about the home recording forums. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, and what this is it is a forum of, I don't even know how many people, probably hundreds or thousands. And it's just a place for it's a place for people to go and talk about the various things that they mix and record and master, and the various hardware that they use, the various software that they use, techniques, mic placement, just about anything. I mean, there's for people just starting out, they've got a section for that to talk. Recording techniques, mixing techniques, mastering, building your studio, digital recording, all the way down to reviews, as well as different forums for each digital audio workstation. So this is a very good place to go and ask questions if you have any questions. And that basically means that it's almost as good as a college, because you've got all the knowledge that is based within these forums. So definitely a good place to go to. There are also other forums like this, as well as blogs. And blogs are another good place to go, because that means that it's kind of like my YouTube videos, but in written form. So then you go to YouTube. On YouTube, you're going to find all kinds of things. You just type in whatever question you have, and you'll find several videos about it. So I actually watched this guy earlier today, Doug Jenkins. Little bit on the dull side, not to be mean or anything, but he's very down to earth. And although this particular video is not necessarily informative, aside from telling you the truth that if you don't know how to do something, then you should either be practicing it a lot or just not doing it, which sounds kind of mean when I say it. So YouTube videos, type in your question. There will be a large number of YouTube videos. Usually they're instructionals depending on type of software or depending on type of hardware. And then occasionally you find goofballs like me and who put up random videos about everything. So, books. And this is probably the part that I'm going to be talking about a lot and in great detail. I love this book, Complete Guide to Game Audio. This is written by Aaron Marks, and it's kind of as opposed to a instructional guide on how you write music for video games. It is a what do you need to do to break into the industry type of book. And that is awesome. That is really the thing that I needed the most. If I were to show you a picture of my book, you would see that it is very well loved. So let's just go ahead and go in here and see what it has. It's got... Ooh, whoa. Whoa, a little bit too far there. Holy cow, okay. So, just going through the chapters, we've got introducing what game audio is. I mean, it's audio in video games. And then he tells you what kind of skills that you need or should have. Whoa, again, too far. How to get yourself ready before you start working in the industry, and then finding and getting jobs. And then he goes on to talk about how payment works and how sending in your demo reels and such. It's a really awesome read. It's got lots of sections on, like little sample sections on other well-established composers' studio setups, as well as like exactly what hardware they use, exactly what software they use, and a lot of stories about how different people got into the industry. It's a very good and inspiring read. And if you're thinking about getting into video game audio, I would highly suggest getting it. It is such a good read. So there is that. Then there are magazines. Now this one also happens to be my favorite. This is a computer music magazine. It is based in the UK, and they do basically everything. They'll tell you about software. They'll tell you about hardware, what's upcoming, what's no longer useful, what's new as far as touchscreen capability software is concerned, what's on sale, what other people are doing, tips and tricks for various types of recording and mixing and mastering, and other really new and nifty things, as well as giving you a CD with every issue that has instructional videos, free software that you can use, and free audio samples that you can use. Like, these are some really, really nice guys, honestly. And their website is also packed full of information. If you don't want to buy the magazines, their website is still full of useful things. Star's favorite music software, effects that changed music, telltale signs of an amateur mix, as well as various other things that you can look at. And if you do get the magazines themselves are packed full of information that are completely and totally useful, as well as being very bad for your wallet, because you look at the magazine and you want to buy lots of things that are in it. But aside from that, like, I had an entire year subscription to this magazine, and I enjoyed every single issue. It was all incredibly useful, and I keep it all on hand in case I need to go back and look at something. And when I have the money again, I definitely plan on buying another year subscription. So, just take a look at it. If you don't want to buy the magazine, just go ahead and peruse their website, because their website still has a lot of useful information. And also we'll have a number of links to other places that could also give you some instructions on various recording techniques. So next, colleges. I have the Greenfield Community College up. Greenfield is a city that I live next to. And I used to go there briefly, but I wasn't able to finish my education there. So, Greenfield Community College is just a simple community college. It has a music program, and that's really all there is to mention to it. I mean, if you don't want to go big, then a community college will at least get you started, and it certainly got me started, even though I didn't finish. Just generic music theory classes, generic orchestration classes, generic band classes, all those things that are kind of a basis for music knowledge, especially music theory. You don't need a lot of music theory, but you should at least know what a chord is and how chords are formed. All right, so next up is Berklee Online. This is where I took my classes. The Berklee College of Music is based out of Boston, and you can take online courses, or you can go to their campus and take courses there. I took online courses because they were cheap, and I did not want to be in debt for the rest of my life. That just did not appeal to me. Now, I know that sounds like an awful reason to do that, but I made sure that I checked to see if the classes were going to be on the level, because they have sample courses. And considering this is a world accredited school that people all over the world go to, I kind of figure that it's going to be good. The downside is that after I got my master's certificate is when they actually started doing online degree programs. And so I only have a certificate, which is not technically a full degree. But unlike going into, say, IT or business, having an actual degree is not as necessary in music. Obviously, more people would want you to have one. But I just wanted to have the education and the knowledge I wouldn't have been able to get as far as I have today without education. So Berklee College of Music, definitely something to check out. I hear that the classes on campus are actually incredibly harsh, to the point that people feel as if it's a military. But I'm not going to get into that. I never took their campus classes. I just took their online classes. So, that's up to you. I would suggest at least taking online classes here, maybe 1 or 2. You don't have to take an entire certificate's worth. And then there's places like Full Sail University. I almost went here, except this is more expensive than Berklee is. This is entirely an online school, so the cost is about as much as the cost of a campus class at Berklee. And it deals with mostly business-related stuff. It certainly, it also deals with film. It also deals with music and video games. This is just the overall technology college for different areas of learning, and it seems like a cool place. I haven't actually been there, so I wouldn't know, but just another thing for you to check out if you are interested and have the money. Last thing I'm going to mention before I run out of time is GANG. Game Audio Network Guild. And this is a guild of people who are in the business or are kind of slowly eking their way into the business of video game audio. And it's just a place for people to get together, talk about stuff, and learn from each other. It's just one tight-knit community of people to learn from each other. And it's basically a networking tool. It has a membership fee, and I'm not a part of it yet, but I'm heavily thinking about doing so. And I'm just kind of mentioning this to turn your eyes towards it and take a look at it. I don't have enough time to talk about it today. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any suggestions or comments, also please let me know. And I hope to talk to you again in the future. Have a great day. Bye-bye.